Aries, hi. How are you doing? My name is Sarah, and this is my channel, Aries Warrior Queen Astrology. I'm doing a general tarot card reading for mid-February 2021. Wow, we're already in mid-February. I'm recording this on Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day on the most romantic day of the year. I know what's happening in Aquarius, which can be a little detached, but it is still an excellent day to connect with people. Please remember this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I also recommend you check out your natal chart to see what sign Venus falls under. Also your rising and your moon sign. I'd watch those corresponding videos for a more well-rounded view of what's going on for you. Okay. Doing a different spread this time. I know I had mentioned it in the last videos and I've gotten more comfortable with it, so we're gonna go ahead with it. Okay. Anyone who gets bored with me shuffling, feel free to fast forward. I don't take offense. Okay. Okay, the core issue. Nine of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. The Four of Swords. I'm also in a different location, so this is going to be a little different for me. The Chariot. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the Hangman. And the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so the core issue here is the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like this is you not feeling like you're in your abundance yet. You don't feel abundant. You're not feeling the growth and the opportunities that are coming from the things you're working on. Things have been slow and we have to deal with that. It's difficult. I totally get it. I've been doing the same thing, and some things just aren't flowing as quickly as they should, but that's the way our energy has been for a while. So just take it with a grain of salt. All right, your past feelings and attitudes about your abundance issue is the Two of Pentacles. So you've been going back and forth between two worlds. So I feel like this has to do with like work for you, like what brings about this abundance in your life. I think that you're between two things that you're working on. One thing you're ready to put in the past, but something you're really excited about working on, but you can't get away from that thing in the past yet. Right? So you're kind of in the in-between. You're in two places. Okay, your past actions. You have the Four of Swords. Okay, so, you've been taking things slow, resting, I feel like this is you kind of trying to tune into your intuition, like your higher self through this different way of doing things. I feel like this is something different for you that you've been doing, like forcing yourself to slow down, be okay with the in-between. The universe's advice for the present, you have the Chariot. Okay? So, you know what? To me, this is you going in the direction that you truly want to go in. Like, you've chosen your direction. Like, you've chosen where you want to be. It's just you haven't really been able to go full force at it. But with the Chariot, the universe is telling you that, you know, you should go for it. You know, it might take some extra work right now, especially because you're in between two different things, but the work will be worth it. Your present feelings and ideas. You have the Ace of Cups. You know, you're putting your love behind this, like into what you're doing. Like you feel like you finally, like you've matched up with what you're feeling like you should be doing with your life, like your inner true calling. Well, I feel like this is you putting like your love and your effort and, you know, truly feeling, you know, connected to something that you're working on. Where the situation is heading, you have the Hangman. So maybe the way you've been looking at things has been holding you back into feeling like you're not as abundant as you feel you should be. And what you really need is a new perspective. You know, there is nothing wrong with that. Looking at something from a different angle helps you grow in your mental processes. And that's incredibly important. And feeling differently about what you're working on and having that new perspective about how, you know, you can be doing two things at once. Like Aries, you totally can. You guys have a ton of energy. I know I have a ton of energy. I'm doing the same thing. I'm in between two worlds myself, and I feel it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But this new perspective is something you've grown into and you're moving into right now. The universe's advice for the future is the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So this speaks to me about, you know, what you're building towards. It may have a slow pace, and you might be between these two worlds, but it's completely worth it. And you're going to get to where you want to be with this Nine of Pentacles, feeling this abundance, because you know how to create abundance in your life. You do. It's just, it's a slower process than we'd like to admit or deal with. Okay. I'm gonna pull two cards from the Cosmic Tarot, just as clarifiers for the reading. And the Death card showed up right at the bottom. You know, this is your rebirth. You know, you're not going to be in these two worlds for too long. You're not going to be here forever. But in order to get to where you want to be, you're doing the right thing, actually, by being in between these two worlds. Because you're honoring what you were doing and the people you were doing that with by still continuing to do that, even though you're still going towards what you truly want and the place you want to be. Oh, these cards are way too big. Oh, and I just dropped one. Hold on. Sorry, guys. That's way too far down. I can't lean down to get that. Okay. Excuse me if I'm a little uncoordinated. This is a different location. I'm trying out new locations just to figure out where I'm most comfortable doing these. Good lighting, you know. Alright. Spirits guides. Can I get two clarifying cards for the reading? You have the World. Beginning of a new cycle. This new cycle begins with this new perspective. You know, I think the abundance is starting from you finally learning how to treat yourself the way you should be treated. Aries are willing to do a lot for a lot of people. And the one person that they've done the least for probably is themselves. But, you know, abundance, if you're not willing to honor yourself the way you deserve, like the rest of the world, that abundance can't flow to you. You're not even willing to give that to yourself. Why should the world be, or the universe be, throwing that at you? You know, think about that. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, Jesus. This is an abundant new beginning. You're working up towards exactly where you want to be. And just because you can't see it right away doesn't mean it's not happening. There's a lot happening in the background. I'm going to pull a Spirit Animal Oracle card to end the reading. Next readings, I'm going to work in my Spirit of Nature Oracle deck instead of these. They're gigantic cards, though. I'm very excited to break them out for the next set of readings. Spirit's Guides, can I get an Oracle message for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The Chameleon Spirit. Act as if. You know what? You're already in abundance. You know, the fact that you're juggling between two things that you're doing, you know, two projects that you're in, one maybe that you're exiting and one that you're moving into, that's abundant right there. You have two things you're working on, and I'm sure are very lucrative. One might not be paying off yet, but the other one, I'm sure probably is already. And just because your heart's not in it doesn't mean you're not doing the right thing by staying active in this while you're working on something else. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, Aries. This was a great reading. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the likes, the shares, the subscribes. They mean so much to me. I love all of you. I will see you soon for March readings. Well, it's going to be your birthday month. Well, you know, March, April. But, all right, Aries. I will see you next time.